his versatility enhances his chances of securing a roster spot in Philadelphia this season. As a passionate Eagles fan, the news about Mekhi Becton getting snaps at left guard is incredibly exciting. Becton's immense size and reach bring a unique advantage to the guard position. His 6'7" frame and long arms are game-changers, making it difficult for defensive tackles who are accustomed to shorter opponents. This could create a mismatch that tilts in favor of our offensive line, giving our running backs and quarterback the extra protection they need. Seeing Becton's versatility in action is a testament to his potential value to the team. His ability to adapt and thrive in a new role not only highlights his athleticism, but also his willingness to contribute wherever needed. This flexibility could be crucial as the Eagles continue to fine-tune their offensive line, especially with the uncertainty at right guard. If Becton can leverage his size and skills effectively, he could solidify a starting spot and become a cornerstone of our offensive front. Moreover, Becton's enthusiasm and confidence in his new position are infectious. His belief that his physical attributes give him an upper hand shows a player who is mentally prepared to dominate. This kind of mindset is exactly what the Eagles need as they gear up for the upcoming season. It's reassuring to see a player so ready to embrace the challenge and bring his best to the field. In conclusion, Becton's experimentation at guard is a promising development. It opens up new possibilities for our offensive strategy and adds depth to our roster. As fans, we should be thrilled about the potential impact Becton could have this season. Fly, Eagles, fly. Nick Sirianni's role gains clarity, a 30,000-foot view. Originally posted on Philadelphia Eagles on SI, last updated June 6, 24. When Nick Sirianni handed over offensive responsibilities to Kellen Moore this offseason, many wondered what the Eagles head coach would focus on next. The answer is becoming clear: he will be involved everywhere. Although not simultaneously, Sirianni will attend various position meetings and coach players on the field, offering guidance on both offense and defense whenever necessary. Sirianni described his new role aptly. "I can now oversee everything, like a 30,000-foot view," he explained after the Eagles concluded their final minicamp practice on Thursday. If he sees a running back carrying the ball incorrectly or a cornerback misjudging a pass, he will address it immediately, as he did during Wednesday's practice. Kim Clement, Neitzel, USA Today Sports. "I love having this broad perspective," he said. "Coaching is our passion, to help players improve their skills. This approach allows us to better position them, teach them finer details, and enhance their situational awareness." Sirianni emphasized his enjoyment of addressing the entire team, correcting plays for offense, defense, and special teams at the end of the day. In his first 3 years as head coach, Sirianni focused predominantly on the offense, particularly working closely with quarterback Jalen Hurts. "That phase has ended. I'm not with Jalen every moment like before," Sirianni said. "Now, it's about being intentional with my time. When I'm not constantly with Jalen and the offense, it frees me to build relationships across the team, including with players like Milton Williams, coaches like Clint Hurt, and even with our general manager, Howie Roseman." This broader involvement addresses one of the issues from last season's struggles: the head coach's attention was too narrowly focused, allowing other areas to falter. Sirianni is now embracing a CEO-style approach, balancing his attention across the team rather than prioritizing one side of the ball or a single player. While the transition is still ongoing, he sees its potential benefits. "There's no manual for this," he remarked, "but you spread your attention, manage priorities, and sometimes handle other matters during meetings. I value that flexibility to support the entire team." As an Eagles fan, I couldn't be more excited about the strategic shift in Nick Sirianni's coaching approach this season. The decision to hand over offensive duties to Kellen Moore while adopting a more holistic, CEO-like role has so many potential benefits for the team. Let's break down why this move could be a game-changer for the Eagles. Broad vision and versatility. Sirianni's 30,000-foot view allows him to oversee every aspect of the team, ensuring that no detail goes unnoticed. This broad perspective can identify and rectify issues across all positions, making the team more cohesive and well-rounded. It's like having an additional set of eyes everywhere, catching the small mistakes before they become big problems. Enhanced player development. Sirianni's involvement in various position meetings and on-field coaching across both offense and defense means that players are receiving guidance from the head coach himself. His direct feedback can accelerate player development and ensure that everyone is aligned with the team's overall strategy and philosophy. This hands-on approach can particularly benefit younger or less experienced players. Balanced attention. By stepping back from a singular focus on the offense and Jalen Hurts, Sirianni is spreading his attention to the entire roster. This balanced approach can lead to stronger relationships with all players and coaches, fostering a more unified team environment. Every player and coach feeling valued and important can only boost morale and performance. Adaptability and problem-solving. Sirianni's willingness to adapt and take on a more flexible role demonstrates his commitment to improving the team. It's not easy for a head coach to relinquish control, but by doing so, he's showing that he prioritizes the team's success over personal control. This adaptability is crucial in the ever-evolving landscape of the NFL. Learning from past mistakes. Acknowledging that his previous narrow focus might have contributed to last year's challenges shows Sirianni's ability to self-reflect and learn. This kind of introspection and willingness to change is a mark of a great leader. It indicates that he is not afraid to make tough decisions for the betterment of the team. Strategic depth. With more handling the offense, Sirianni can now delve deeper into other strategic aspects, such as situational football and special teams. This depth of focus can enhance the team's preparedness and versatility, making the Eagles a more formidable opponent on all fronts. Overall, Nick Sirianni's new approach could unlock a higher level of performance and synergy for the Eagles. It's a bold move that acknowledges the complexities of modern football and leverages the strengths of a collaborative coaching environment. As a fan, I am thrilled to see how this evolves throughout the season. Fly Eagles fly. The Philadelphia Eagles announced a series of significant front office changes on Thursday afternoon. Here's a detailed look at the updates and some thoughts on their implications. Title changes. Football operations. Bryce Johnston. Old title, Vice President of Football Transactions and Strategic Planning. New title, Senior Vice President/Tertiary Football Executive. Dom DeSandro. Old title, Senior Advisor to the General Manager/Chief Security Officer. New title, Senior Advisor to the General Manager/Chief Security Officer/Game Day Coaching Operations. Adam Berry. Old title, Director of Football Operations and Strategy. New title, Vice President of Football Operations and Strategy. Jeff Scott. Old title, Director of Football Operations. New title, Vice President of Football Operations. Connor Barwin. Old title, Director of Player Development. New title, Head of Football Development and Strategy. Katie David. Old title, Football Operations Director. New title, Chief of Staff to the General Manager. Zach Drapkin. Old title, Quantitative Analyst. New title, Senior Quantitative Analyst. Matt Leo. Old title, Defensive and Football Operations Assistant. New title, Player Development Assistant. Scouting. Charles Walls. Old title, Director of Player Personnel. New title, Vice President of Player Personnel. Alan Woking. Old title, Director of Player Personnel. New title, Vice President of Player Personnel. Brandon Hunt. Old title, Director of Scouting. New title, Senior Director of Scouting. Phil Baya. Old title, Director of College Scouting. New title, Director of Player Personnel. Amina Soliman. Old title, Director of Personnel Operations/Pro Scout. New title, Director of Football Operations/Pro Scout. Jeremy Gray. Old title, Assistant Director of Pro Scouting. New title, Assistant Director of Player Personnel. Cam Bradfield. Old title, Mid-Atlantic Area Scout. New title, Southwest Area Scout. Terrence Braxton. Old title, Football Operations Coordinator. New title, Player Personnel Coordinator. Sports Medicine and Performance. Fernando Noriega. Old title, Head Strength and Conditioning Coach. New title, Director of Player Performance and Sports Science/Head Strength and Conditioning Coach. Ben Wagner. Old title, Assistant Strength and Conditioning Coach. New title, Associate Head Strength and Conditioning Coach. Dustin Woods. Old title, Associate Strength and Conditioning Coach. New title, Interpersonal Performance Director/Associate Strength and Conditioning Coach. New hires. Football Operations. Isabel Pantel, Quantitative Analyst. Scouting. Laurel McHale, Scouting Assistant. Duke Tobin, Scouting Assistant. Thoughts? It's exciting to see Bryce Johnston's continued rise within the Eagles organization. His background, including his work with EaglesCap.com, has provided a solid foundation for his increasing responsibilities, especially with the departure of salary cap expert Jake Rosenberg. Dom DeSandro's expanded role to include game day coaching operations is intriguing. According to Jeff McLean of The Inquirer, this change likely aims to protect DeSandro from league discipline in the event of any future sideline incidents. His new responsibilities involve overseeing Nick Sirianni's coaching staff on game days, which could enhance the team's game day efficiency and strategic adjustments. On a less positive note, the Eagles have parted ways with Ted Rath, their Vice President of Player Performance since 2020. While Rath played a significant role in improving the team's injury situation, it appears the Eagles believe there is still room for improvement in player conditioning. Overall, these changes signal a strategic shift and a deeper investment in both operational and performance aspects of the team. As an Eagles fan, it's encouraging to see the front office making proactive adjustments to strengthen the organization. As an avid Eagles fan, the recent front office restructuring is incredibly promising and speaks volumes about the team's commitment to continuous improvement. Let's dissect the strengths of these updates and what they could mean for the Eagles moving forward. 1. Enhanced leadership structure. The elevation of Bryce Johnston to Senior Vice President/Tertiary Football Executive is a testament to his growing influence within the organization. Johnston's analytical acumen, particularly his background in salary cap management, is invaluable. His promotion suggests a strategic move towards more robust financial planning and transaction management, crucial for maintaining a competitive roster under the salary cap constraints. 2. Comprehensive game day operations. Dom DeSandro's new title, now including game day coaching operations, is a brilliant adjustment. By overseeing Nick Sirianni's coaching staff during games, DeSandro can ensure seamless communication and execution of game plans. This role expansion could lead to more effective in-game adjustments, ultimately translating to better performance on the field. Additionally, this move appears to be a smart preemptive measure to safeguard against potential sideline controversies. 3. Strategic development focus. Connor Barwin's transition to head of football development and strategy is another highlight. Barwin's player-first approach and strategic mindset will be pivotal in nurturing young talent and aligning player development with the team's overarching goals. His new role underscores the Eagles' focus on holistic player growth and long-term strategic planning. 4. Strengthened analytical and scouting departments. The promotions within the scouting and analytics teams, including Zach Drapkin's move to senior quantitative analyst and Phil Baya's shift to director of player personnel, indicate a robust investment in data-driven decision-making. These changes are likely to enhance the team's ability to scout and develop talent efficiently, leveraging quantitative insights to gain a competitive edge. 5. Improved player performance and conditioning. Fernando Noriega's dual role as Director of Player Performance and Sports Science/Head Strength and Conditioning Coach is a clear signal that the Eagles are doubling down on player health and performance optimization. With Ben Wagner and Dustin Woods also stepping into more prominent roles, the team is well positioned to implement cutting-edge conditioning programs. This comprehensive approach to sports science is essential for reducing injuries and maximizing player potential. 6. Fresh talent in the ranks. The addition of new hires like Isabel Pantel as a quantitative analyst and scouting assistants Laurel McHale and Duke Tobin injects fresh perspectives and new energy into the organization. Their contributions will be crucial in supporting the team's strategic and scouting efforts, ensuring that the Eagles remain at the forefront of innovation. Overall, these front office changes reflect a proactive and strategic mindset from the Eagles' management. By promoting key personnel and redefining roles, the team is setting the stage for enhanced operational efficiency, better player development, and more strategic game day management. As a fan, it's thrilling to see the organization take such deliberate steps towards building a stronger, more resilient team. The future looks bright, and I can't wait to see how these changes translate to success on the field. Fly Eagles fly!
Bruninho sofre lesão e está fora da segunda etapa da Liga das Nações. Levantador da seleção brasileira masculina de vôlei deve voltar às quadras na terceira semana do torneio, em Manila, nas Filipinas. Nos jogos no Japão, Cachopa e Brasília serão os levantadores. O levantador titular da seleção brasileira, Bruno Rezende, sofreu um estiramento leve na panturrilha esquerda e está fora da etapa de Fukuoka, no Japão, na Liga das Nações Masculina de Vôlei 2024. Para a posição, além de Fernando Cachopa, que já estava com o grupo, o técnico Bernardinho convocou Matheus Brasília, que estava treinando no Centro de Desenvolvimento de Saquarema, e vai pegar um voo na noite desta segunda-feira para se juntar à seleção na cidade japonesa na semana de quarta-feira. Bruninho segue com a equipe no Japão e a previsão é de que esteja de volta às quadras na terceira etapa da Liga, em Manila, nas Filipinas. O capitão da seleção sentiu um incômodo na panturrilha durante o treino desta segunda-feira e passou por um exame de ressonância magnética que detectou a lesão. A segunda etapa da Liga das Nações Masculina de Vôlei, VNL 2024, começa nesta terça-feira e o Brasil entra em quadra à meia-noite, horário de Brasília, contra a Alemanha, com transmissão do Sport TV2. Até o momento, a seleção ocupa a oitava colocação na classificação geral do torneio, mas já está classificada para as Olimpíadas de Paris 2024. A Alemanha é um time que acho que vem incomodando muito. Tem crescido muito nas últimas temporadas. No ano passado já fizeram um grande pré-olímpico. A gente lembra bem no Rio como foi e vai ser um jogo difícil. Acho que agora eles estão com mais peças na equipe principal, o que dá mais qualidade. A gente espera um jogo difícil, mas fazer uma boa partida do nosso lado aqui também, analisou o levantador Chacopa. É isso, galera. Mais notícias, continuem por dentro do nosso canal ou acessem também o site oficial do GE. Eu vou ficando por aqui. Se inscreva no nosso canal e ative o sininho de notificação para ficar por dentro do mundo dos esportes. filho de Anderson Silva, fala sobre lutar na despedida do pai. É algo surreal. Kylie Silva está confirmado no Spartan Fight Night em São Paulo e comenta sobre a felicidade de estar no último card da carreira do Spider. É minha maior inspiração. No próximo dia 15 de junho, será realizado o Spartan Fight Night em São Paulo. O evento vai marcar a despedida de Anderson Silva dos ringues em uma luta de exibição de boxe contra Charles Sonnen. E a noite vai ser ainda mais especial para o Spider, pois pela primeira vez vai estar em um card com um de seus filhos, Caio Silva. Em Salvador, onde tem treinado com o pai, Caio Silva fala sobre a emoção de estar pela primeira vez em um evento com Anderson Silva e ainda mais na sua despedida dos rings. O boxeador de 25 anos, o terceiro dos 5 filhos de Spider, não vê a hora de chegar o dia do show. É surreal e fico muito feliz de fazer isso com ele. É coisa de pai e filho, é algo que eu não trocaria por nada. É um peso ser reconhecido como filho do Anderson Silva, que tenho que lidar, mas é o que ele sempre fala. Se você está feliz, é o que importa. Se eu chegar aonde meu pai chegou, cheguei. Se não chegar, pelo menos eu tentei. É a minha maior inspiração. Caio Silva, que começou a carreira no kickboxing, mas logo migrou para o boxe, onde venceu suas únicas 2 lutas na carreira, vai enfrentar Paulo Roberto. O card do Spartan Fight Night, além de pai e filho, vai ter Bia Mesquita enfrentando Georgina Ramos nas regras do MMA e outras lutas a serem confirmadas. O show será fechado apenas para convidados. É isso, galera. Mais notícias, continuem por dentro do nosso canal ou acessem o site oficial do GE para mais informações. Você pode também se inscrever no nosso canal e ativar o sininho de notificação para ficar por dentro do mundo dos esportes. Eu vou ficando por aqui. Obrigada a todos que nos acompanharam até o final. Valeu! Patrocinadora notifica Corinthians, cita a cláusula anticorrupção e ameaça rescindir contrato. Documento assinado por diretor executivo e advogado da empresa no último dia 27 fala em prejuízos à marca e dá prazo de 10 dias para esclarecimentos. A Vadebet, patrocinadora master do Corinthians, enviou notificação extrajudicial ao Corinthians no último dia 27, na qual cita cláusula anticorrupção no contrato entre as partes e volta a falar sobre a possibilidade de encerrar a parceria com o clube. A hipótese já havia sido tratada em e-mail enviado uma semana antes. No documento assinado pelo advogado Filho Augusto Lemos Jorge e o diretor executivo Jorge André da Rocha Neto, a Casa de Apostas diz que a vinculação do nome da Vaidebet com o presente escândalo, envolvendo a diretoria do Corinthians e a intermediadora, tornam a presente relação contratual excessivamente onerosa para o patrocinador, na medida que vincula a marca a uma situação negativa, causando desprestígio, potencial prejuízo e risco de baixo retorno do investimento realizado na entidade desportiva. O escândalo ao qual a Vaidebet se refere é a denúncia feita pelo blog do Juca Pafuori, de que a rede social Media Design, empresa que intermediou o contrato de patrocínio, repassou parte do valor recebido em comissão a uma empresa laranja chamada Newway Soluções Integradas em Serviços LTDA. Ela estaria em nome de Edna Oliveira dos Santos, uma mulher residente na cidade de Peruíbe, litoral sul de São Paulo, que nem sequer saberia da existência da mesma. A rede social Media Design também recebeu tal comunicado da patrocinadora. Na notificação, a campanha informa que os fatos narrados representam efetiva violação da cláusula anticorrupção do contrato de patrocínio e dá 10 dias para que o Corinthians apresente explicações sobre o caso. A Polícia Civil está investigando possíveis ilegalidades envolvendo o pagamento da comissão e o tema também é apurado pelo Conselho Deliberativo do Timão. Assinado no começo do ano, o contrato entre Corinthians e Vaidebet tem validade até o fim de 2026 e prevê o pagamento de 370 milhões. O clube recebeu 60 milhões até o momento. É isso, galera.